With the release of Chapter 4 of 2 Blue Vortex, we got a huge amount of information, including 4 new enemies. We have Sasuke dying on a tree. Unbelievable. Like, that took me by surprise. I was like, what the heck? Like, I knew he's either gonna be already dead for some reason off screen, or he's gonna be alive just in the background waiting for Boruto to return. I was half right, honestly. I mean, I remember saying in one of my past videos, Sasuke would be in a state where he's either dead or alive. Like Naruto right now. He's in basically space-time in a whole other dimension. He's not aging or anything, he's just standing still. Sasuke, I guess you could say, is in a similar scenario, because now we have the beginning of Dark Sasuke. That's the name I'm giving it. Or Sasuke Otsutsuki. He got his 2 Rinegons back, and he now has an arm. Now, honestly, the very first thing I thought of, you guys, Sarada, because she said she knew something about this, that they're still alive, meaning Sasuke is in fact still alive. And he and Sasuke might be able to maybe go up against Dark Sasuke and maybe overtake him somehow with the help of Boruto and absorb his powers. So now Sasuke gets his arm and 2 Renegons instead of 1, and maybe they might mutate and turn into the 6-path Renegons. Before I get into more of that, please guys, like and subscribe. I'm about 100 subs away from 1,000. Back to the video. Also, that's not the only thing we got in 2 Blue Vortex. We also got their name, which is Shinju, which honestly, the second I heard about that, I honestly thought that it meant Shinjitsu. It's just short for Shinjitsu. Meaning, maybe so these 4 new guys, they all have their own Shinjitsu ability, their specialty, just like Power Rangers, for example, back in the days. But this still leaves the question, okay, who are these 4 people? Well, guess what? I have an explanation for you. Stay tuned. For our first guy, this is honestly, I'm gonna call him Jigen. I'm honestly gonna call that right now. Basically, Code somehow stole maybe the DNA from Jigen, or put Jigen's body wherever it died back where he fought Kashin Koji. He maybe found that body, and that the DNA went into this new Otsutsuki. And so let's just call him Jigen Reborn. Now next up, we got that girl looking one, the one that looks like Harley Quinn. I would definitely call her Ida, honestly. She looks a lot like her. As you remember, Ida, I'm not sure if she died or not back then in part 1. I remember Naruto whooping her ass back then, so I'm just gonna say she died. Now of course we have Dark Sasuke. He's gonna be OP. I'm gonna tell you guys that right now. I mean, listen, these guys are already basically able to 1v1 Boruto, each of them. So these are all Boruto level threats. Boruto is above Code. So the guys, this could be really big, and Boruto knew this because remember, he has the ability to see into the future, as I stated in my last video. Definitely go watch. And he can see that these guys, they're going to be very, very strong, and they're even going to kill Code. Like, it's going to be the worst future for him, as well as Boruto Kawaki. And one point that I really want to talk to you guys about is how the Jigen looking one said, "This is your destiny." You know who that reminds me of? Momoshiki. And that honestly, it got me thinking, like, bro, what if this is like Jigen's body or his DNA into the Ten Tails grime, right? But with Momoshiki's mind, how crazy would that be, right? Like, what the heck? Going back to Boruto though, we know that he got the flying Raijin Jutsu. This is a big deal. Oh my gosh, guys, you guys know I have no idea how much I love freaking Minato. Oh my gosh. He's the fastest ninja. He literally, nobody can touch him. He's faster than the 4th Raikage. And he is stated to be, honestly, top 5. And definitely top 1 for most popular, too. I remember he had his own manga at one point as well. And so now we know how Boruto uses his flying Raijin Jutsu. He uses those little pins that he has on the inside of his vest, and he can literally put him down, or the Toad can run around and put him down for him, so he can teleport to those spots. It's very smart. But as he stated, he's not as good as his grandpa, which means he's likely a beginner to this technique. But that leaves the question, how did Boruto learn of such a jutsu? Minato is obviously not alive anymore. He was reanimated in the war arc, we know that. Unless Minato was again reanimated by Boruto, or maybe he showed up in Boruto's mind one day. Just like how Minato showed up for Naruto when Naruto was about to lose control from Kurama back in the Pain arc. But going back to those claw grime, so this is just basically, these Shinju are claw grime that now have a consciousness. This is really interesting. The fact that they know of a thirst for knowledge and they don't even want to eat Boruto, and they're like, nah, screw you. Basically, what they want to do is they want to keep learning, they want to keep evolving. They're interested in actually the earth, if you will. They don't just want to turn into a chakra fruit and be done with it. They want to keep learning. This is good. Because first of all, that saves Boruto a lot of time, means he can get out of there, even though they say, yeah, I'll find you later. But Boruto's not that easy to find. Just ask Code and Kawaki, they'll tell you. But I think that's gonna be it for today. That's the end of this one, so stay tuned for the next one.